Okay, welcome everyone to another week, another Wednesday night with Menachem Bernfeld. And we're continuing on our journey, the fundamentals to gain inner peace. And this is class number 35, Baruch Hashem. And the recordings of the past classes are available at menachembernfeld.com in the top left. There's a button there to get all the recordings. And I want to thank all of you for sending in your feedback, for those who are actually practicing, trying the techniques, these ideas, like what we discussed. Just to listen to these ideas is good, but we need to take it to the next level to actually experience, to find time to become aware. And what comes up, for everybody, it's different. And it's always good to see the feedback. Whatever it is positive, even if sometimes it looks a little negative, but that's part of it. When things come up, where you are on the journey, what's going on in your life, instead of running away from it, being able to stay there and see and experience the positives and the negatives. So thank you for all the feedback. So last week, in the past few weeks, we've been discussing the idea of why we need to slow down, going from the beta brainwave, from being busy and always running and being active, slowing down to go into the alpha brainwave state and to understand why it's so important. That's really where the shifts happen. We start to grow, to see, to live, to feel grounded, to come back to ourselves, becoming aware of ourselves, so that we can start living, enjoying where we are, to be in the here, in the now, being in the present moment. Things slow down, and that's when we become aware of ourselves and the things around us, which for many can be hard. And for those who are starting on the journey, can be hard, because there's a reason why most people are running. And there's a good reason for that. Because it's hard for them. And all of the things that come up while you're practicing these ideas, to slow down, to be aware of yourself, of what's going on, that's when we can start being in the moment and start to enjoy the positives, even though there are some negatives too. And we're learning how to do that. We learned the technique of to stop, breathe, and observe, the framework of stop, breathe, and observe, which in the beginning, I recommend you do it for a few minutes in a quiet time, for a few minutes just to sit and relax and breathe so that you can observe. But eventually, you can use that framework of stop, breathe, and observe any time in the day when you feel overwhelmed. There's a lot going on. All you have to tell yourself is stop. You take a deep breath and you realize what's going on around you, why you feel so overwhelmed. That awareness itself takes you down a notch, helps you relax a little bit, maybe not all the way because you are at work or you are in a busy situation, chaos, whatever it is, true, but you're not reacting. You don't have to react. You don't have to send back that email right away. You don't have to answer right away, because you're aware of where you are and you're aware that you're overwhelmed and that maybe they're pressing some buttons that you don't like, but you're aware of it. And that's already the majority of what we're looking for. The first step, just to become aware where I am and what I'm feeling. Last week, we did the guided meditation, creating your safe place, a beautiful, comfortable place where you can spend time sitting there, and you create it in a way that you should feel calm relaxed, and you can go into an alpha state when you have that place, even though it's maybe not physical. You don't have it where you are in your house, maybe, but in your mind, with the guided meditation, we can create that space. We can create our own comfortable place where we love to be. And like we mentioned, you can put in there whatever you want to make it the way you want. If you want to be there yourself, there is no one around. If you like to be there with other people, put them in there. It's up to you. You create it and you start feeling that you're in that place. Also with practice, many people in the beginning, it's hard for them to imagine, to see themselves, to feel it, the five senses. But after a while, practicing and sitting there for a while, you'll be able to go there whenever you want, wherever you are. Nobody has to know you're even there. And for some reason, you're very relaxed because you're in a different place. You're in a good place where you like to be. And I want to thank you again for the feedback, for those who tried it. And it works. Whatever comes up, again, for the beginners, it might be a little bit harder, but you'll see what comes up. I always appreciate, let me know. You can send me the feedback, coachmenachem@gmail.com. And just let me know where you are. You can share any questions. Tonight, I want to take it a little bit to the next step, is the idea of getting out of our own way. To learn how to step aside, because many times we ourselves are the one that stands in the way of our growth, of where we want to go. And we've discussed it before. These are the fears, the thoughts, the worries that we have that make it very hard for us to grow, make it hard to go out of our comfort zone. So that's why we stay where we are. But it's really our own thoughts. And many times it's not even real. It's something that we picked up. And we look at it as a fact. It feels real. It feels like this is who I am. This is where I am. This is all I can do. And don't try to tell me I can do anything different, because I know myself. But if you can relax a little bit, we spend some time in the relaxed state, in the alpha state. We become more aware of those ideas, of those fears, of the beliefs that we have about ourselves that are holding us back, the worries in our lives. You can think for a moment, what's something that you're scared? What's a fear? It might not be on the table every day, but once in a while, you're worried about financial fears. How will I pay my bills? I need to feed my family. Some people have fears and worries about health. Every few days, they think, maybe I'm not well. Maybe I should go check myself out by the doctor. They have those worries and they could push it away, but it's there. And somebody that's not feeling well, the worry is, who knows if I'm going to ever feel better? So these worries come up. And that itself, these worries create anxiety, create that we should be tense. But if we can learn how to relax, calm down, and be in that alpha state, it helps us to disconnect. It helps us to stand on the side with all of those thoughts, the things that are holding us back, to just see it, put it on the side so that you can go out, grow, do what you need to do. And when those thoughts come up, you can slowly put it on the sides. And that's much easier when we're in a relaxed state. If you're running, those ideas are part of you. It's just you. Like I said, it's a fact. You don't think it's anything different. You can detach from that. But one of the things that we gain from relaxing, we come to a place where we feel a little bit more confidence about ourselves. So when you're real relaxed states, and again, you're not falling asleep, that means you've tried it a few times. The first few times you might have fell asleep because you're tired. But after a while, you learn how to sit there in a relaxed state, up. You're totally up. You're aware of your surroundings, but you're very relaxed and you feel energized. And you start believing in yourself more confidence. You're able to bypass that part of the brain that has the worries and the fears about ourselves and the things that are holding us back. We should be able to put that on the side so that when we want to open the gate to go out and do it, whatever it is, we should get out of our own way with all of those ideas, beliefs that we have about ourselves. And for everybody, it's different. Every situation is different. Think about something that you want to do out of your comfort zone, and the ideas come up like, I'm not sure, I don't know if that's for me. What are people going to say? What are they going to think? I don't want them to think. I don't want them to think anything about me. I'll just stay quiet. So that's something, it's a fear holding you back, putting up that wall in front of you. And during the day that you're running and you're in a beta state, it's there. You just stay in your comfort zone. You're doing great, but I'm not doing anything different. This is who I am. This is what I'm thinking. No major change. But if you can sit and relax, and slowly you see it, you feel more energized about yourself, more confident about yourself. And those thoughts you can put on the side. Whatever thoughts come up, that's not for me. It's not cut out for me. How do you know? Who told you? I know myself, really. So, I have many times clients that come to me and anything, they tell me they want to do something different. They want to, something inside they would love. So why don't you? So that's where all the ideas come up. And that's our own perspective, the way we look at ourselves, the walls that we put up from all the many years of we picked up, and those walls are thick. And it's the only way how we can move them so we can go out, find the doors to go through, is by slowly relaxing and seeing where we are. I do want to pause with a very great question that many people ask. Menachem, you're always busy teaching that we should be okay with ourselves wherever we are and whatever is going on. Why are you sometimes pushing us to get out of our comfort zone, to do things different? I'm trying to learn that I'm okay where I am. So if you think about it, it's a little tricky. But let me ask you a question. If you have all the money in the world and you're capable of doing anything, no one is going to stop you. You have whatever it needs to actually do it. So think of something that you would love to do. You have all the resources, all the support, all the money. No one is stopping you. You can press the right buttons. The buttons are right in front of you, and you can do it easy now. Let's go. What would that be? Where would you go? What would you try to maybe build, change, do something interesting? See, that opens up that creative part of our brain. And many people in the beginning, they say, I don't know. And that makes sense. But after a while, you start thinking, wait a second, if I was able and I could, and Hashem gives me the capabilities and I can do it. So I'm not doing it because I don't feel good about myself, just the opposite. When I'm in a relaxed state, and I'm in a place where I'm okay with who I am, I'm enough. I don't need to please others. I'm not worried about others. I'm just good. Then with the creative ideas, you have that urge of growing, of taking that next step, not because you feel without it, you're lacking, because we want to grow. So that's an interesting idea, the difference between, do I need to be active and build all day because if not, I feel like a failure? Or no, it's coming from a positive place. I feel so good about myself. I know who I am. I'm in a good place. I don't need to do anything different to be. And if I'm in that state, I can just do anything. That's the positive place. So this is what we're discussing. If we take away those ideas, if we stand on the side, we step away from our fears, from that wall we're putting in front of us, what would you like to do next? Where is that place of growth? So one of the things that happens when we relax and we go into the alpha state is the ability to feel a little bit more confident about ourselves so that we can see, hey, maybe I could. And slowly we can put away those fears, those ideas that are holding us back. Another idea is what we discussed before. When we relax and we go into an alpha state, we have the ability to control our emotions. So many of us are aware of Viktor Frankl. We discussed many times. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In the space is our power to choose our response. It's only if we can go into that space, we can choose, how do I want to respond to the situation? Because if you don't sit in that space, all we do is react. Not sure if we're doing the right thing, but it's just a reaction. We're always in the reaction mode, just doing whatever comes up, the first idea. And sometimes it's just fight and flight. You're not really doing with a conscious decision. But if you can sit in that space, that's where you can choose. And that's where lies our growth and our freedom. That's where we grow. We make a decision. I'm running my life the way I would like, and not the way I react. And many times it's just different. So to relax and go into that alpha state, it opens up that space. Take a deep breath. You don't have to do anything yet. It's not an emergency. And you become aware of the patterns of the thoughts. And you can see it. And that's where you find the calm energy. And that's where you can make some decisions. And that's another thing, to be able to get away, get out of your own way that's holding you back, is to calm down, sit in that space. People who have a hard time with anger management, or people who have a hard time regulating their emotions, this is a very good technique that they learn how to sit, relax in that space. Again, it should be in a time that they don't have to react. They could find the quiet time, because while you're in it, it's very hard to think of all what I'm saying now. But you find some time during the week when it is calm. You spend some time in that space, and you start realizing all the thoughts, the ideas, the fears, the worries, and you stay there in a relaxed state, and you can see it from a distance, so that when things do come up, you can always go back there, relax, and say, how do I want to respond? How do I want to do it? So I would like to end tonight with a little bit of an experience, like many times. We're going to try to go into the alpha state again. For those who have done it past week, probably easier. If not, you'll follow me. And then I'm going to say a few positive affirmations, planting some seeds, ideas. And that's when we're more receptive, when we're relaxed. And ideas, sometimes our mind would say, it's not really true what you're saying. But if you relax, you can hear that voice and let it in anyways. So let's get started. How do we get relaxed? What do you do when you try to relax and you have some time off to consciously decide to do some relaxation techniques? Everybody is different. You can do some deep breathing. Again, you can do it in the bath, in a warm bath, just taking it easy. So wherever you are, sitting or laying, let's take a deep breath and start coming down, relaxing. I'm sure you're in a relaxed state now more than during the day, but let's go a little bit deeper. Sometimes music could help. Slow music in the background, it can help in the moods just to calm you down. Take a deep breath. And let's close our eyes if it's comfortable and set the intention of clearing our minds. Feel the breath, the air going in and out. Take a deep breath into your diaphragm, all the way down. And feel your body release tension, any anxiety, any part of your body that feels tense. Breathe into that part. With each breath, you become more and more relaxed. If you're listening to the recording, you can always pause and stay here and just keep on breathing. Every breath will help you relax even more. You'll feel more heavy, whether you're in bed or on your chair, just sinking in lower and lower, more and more relaxed. And while you're relaxed, listen to the affirmations and let it in. I am successful. I am confident. I am powerful. I am strong. I'm getting better and better every day. All I need is within me right now. I wake up motivated. I am an unstoppable force of nature. I am a living, breathing example of motivation. I am living with abundance. I'm having a positive and inspiring impact on the people I come into contact with. I am inspiring people through my work. I am rising above the thoughts that are trying to make me angry or afraid. Today is a phenomenal day. I am turning down the volume of negativity in my life while turning up the volume of positivity. I am filled with focus. I am not pushed by my problems. I am led by my dreams. I am grateful for everything I have in my life. I am independent and self-sufficient. I can be whatever I want to be. I am not defined by my past. I am driven by my future. I use obstacles to motivate me to learn and grow. Today will be a productive day. I am intelligent and focused. I feel more grateful each day. I am getting healthier every day. Each and every day, I'm getting closer to achieving my goals. Through the power of my thoughts and words, incredible transformations are happening in me and within my life right now. I am constantly growing and evolving into a better person. I am freeing myself from all destructive doubt and fear. I accept myself for who I am and create peace, power, and confidence of mind and heart. I'm going to forgive myself and free myself. I deserve to forgive and be forgiven. I am healing and strengthening every day. I've made it through hard times before, and I've come out stronger and better because of them. I'm going to make it through this. I must remember the incredible power I possess within me to achieve anything I desire. I do not engage with people who try to penetrate my mind with unhelpful thoughts and ideas. I walk away from a person or a situation if it isn't healthy for me. I belong in this world. There are people that care about me and my worth. My past might be ugly, but I am still beautiful. I have made mistakes, but I will not let them define me. My soul radiates from the inside and warms the souls of others. I don't compare myself to others. The only person I compare myself is the person I was yesterday. I finish what matters and let go of what does not. I feed my spirit. I train my body. I focus my mind. This is my time. My life has meaning. What I do has meaning. My actions are meaningful and inspiring. What I have done today was the best I was able to do today, and for that, I am thankful. One small positive thought in the morning can change my whole day. So today, I rise with a powerful thought to set the tone and allow success to reverberate through every moment of my day. I set goals and go after them with all determination. When I do this, my own skills and talents will take me to places that amaze me. Happiness is a choice, and today I choose to be happy. Take a deep breath. Let it all in. And feel the relaxed state you are in. And if you would like, you can stay in this state for as long as you want. And for now, you can open your eyes and slowly look around the room you're in, become aware of where you are. And with that, we can let all of these ideas in, not to push it away. In a relaxed state, we can let them in, but not so in that fight and flight modes. So I want to thank you all for coming tonight. And you can always let me know the feedback of how you feel. You can put them in the chat, how you're actually feeling now. If you decide you want to stay here for another half hour, you can send me an email, coachmenachem@gmail.com. Let me know what it brought up, how it made you feel, and any questions. Now is the time you can send questions in the chat. Thank you very much for being here. And thank yourself for coming. This is the time for you. It's called me time, alone time, that you deserve. Thank you for the positive feedback. Yes, I'm aware that many people have a hard time because they don't have time to do all of these ideas. We are very busy. That is true. We need to run. And that's one of the things also. Become aware of what's pushing you. Sometimes we get up from our seats and after a second later, we're not aware why we were going to do something. What was it? I don't remember. This is something that picked you up. Become more aware of what's running, controlling all of those thoughts in your mind. relaxed. Yes, some people want to stay here for a longer, beautiful. If you could, do it. If you can't, find a different time. You can listen to recording or put on some relaxing music. It's always good to listen to positive affirmations. It goes in. Not everybody's aware how it works. And some people think it's, it's nice, but does it really go in? Well, after many years of the negatives, it might take time, but slowly you start believing in these things because they're true. And if the perfectionist mind comes up and says, is it true? Because I'm not 100% there yet. So that means you can't take in any positive till you have it 100%. I disagree. We're not looking for perfect. If you have some of it, take it in, whatever it is, whatever comes up. Some people have a very hectic week. Okay, that makes sense. And if you can't find time during the week, how about your weekends? Do you have some time in the weekend that you can spend? Now, if not, that's a little of a problem. That means you're constantly in stress, constantly running, and you deserve to calm down a little bit, to relax. The question is, maybe it's scary to relax, and maybe you're running because you don't want to be present. So that's something you need to become aware of. And if you need somebody to hold your hands, it might be a professional, a therapist, or it can be a coach or a good friend. Because sometimes it is hard to relax, to calm down, because those things come up, negative stuff could come up. But if you do have some time, even in the weekend, you start very small, and eventually during the week, you can always come back to those ideas. For those who are asking, yes, I do take clients. You can always send me an email, coachmenachem@gmail.com. We don't accept Jersey care yet. One day. Beautiful. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for the positive feedback. Do it more often. You deserve it. Find the time and give yourself that self-care that you deserve. Have a good night and a good week. Enjoy.